Thank you for joining us. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. Thank you for joining us for this live stream of Evening of Joy, a 2021 National Mentoring Month celebration presented by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Eastern Missouri and sponsored by Cigna. For our official welcome, let's all welcome our Master of Ceremonies, Agency Board Member, and Big Brother, John O'Leary.
Well, thank you, my friends. Please take your seats. Take your seats at home. I think the snow has finally moved off to the east. I think the sun has set. And what I think connects us in this room is the fact that 2020 was a bit of a challenge for all of us. And so right now, as we come live into the celebration, this evening of joy, I'd like you to type in where you are tuning in from. Go ahead, type it in. Where are you tuning in from? And what one word would describe your experience with 2020? So this is going to be an interactive event. It's going to be a night where we celebrate, where we rejoice, where we might shed a tear or two. There will be some emotions. We're going to laugh. We might weep. But right now, I want to hear where you're tuning in from and what one word describes your experience with 2020. So Linda, welcome in. And Darryl, welcome. And Jennifer, welcome. And everybody else who's tuning in right now, welcome into the Evening of Joy. If you've not yet done this, do me a favor and share the Evening of Joy on your social stream right now. With a lot of challenges right now facing our community, how cool to celebrate what brings us together, what unifies us, and what reminds us ultimately that the foundation is firm and that the best days are in front of us. Tonight, my friends, we are going to have a blast. We're going to have a lot of fun. I don't know what one word described your 2020, but I'm going to tell you right now the one word that is going to describe your evening tonight. That one word, it's 3 letters long. Write it down. Hold me to it. The word is joy. The word is joy. The word is joy, and it's something that I experienced as a big brother to a little man named Travion. We were matched for 12 years. The word joy is something that I experience every time I'm with my new current little brother, a little man named Calvary. The word joy is something every single time I'm with big brothers or little brothers, big sisters or little sisters, or anybody in the organization, I feel from them. And tonight you're going to be feeling it loud and clearly from each one of them, beginning with our president, our CEO, our fearless leader, and my friend. Her name is Becky Hatter. Becky, I'm going to bring you on right now and let you celebrate with us this evening of joy.
Well, thank you all so much. And hey, John, we really appreciate you coming out. We can't think of a better person to do it. Everyone, welcome. We're looking at you. We see you out there, and we really appreciate all of you that have come to be with us tonight. You know, every time we get together for these celebrations, we always have one place that we always start, and we're just going to keep the tradition going tonight. And that is to our amazing parents. You know, we're using the word tonight, village, and I want to talk about that later on in the evening. But the village has been together for the last 106 years because of the parents of big brothers and big sisters. And I want to speak directly to you parents that are out there watching this and being a part. It all started with you. You care so deeply about your children that you think about what they need next. And we are so honored that you choose year over year, big brothers and big sisters. You trust us with your children. You guide us in how we can do better for your children. And we are just so honored that you allow us to play a very, very special role in your family. So I just want to start there. You know, you are the front lines when it comes to children, your own children. You are the most important adult, and for you to allow us into your life to play some small part, we really want to thank you. So parents, you're up first. It is really our honor to start tonight. You're on the front lines to be the first award of tonight. So listen, I get the real privilege and honor to tell you that we're honoring a dad this year, someone who has trusted us, who has partnered with us for over 10 years and counting. And that parent is Mr. Dwight Mazanec. And you're going to hear more about him from 2 of our amazing staff members, Patti, Watson-Soulade, and Rachel Thurston. They'll talk about him and his 4 daughters who have been matched for years.
So I called Dwight out of the blue one day after we had got the confirmation, and I said, I have exciting news to share. I nominated you for Parent of the Year, mostly because I think anybody who's known Dwight knows that he loves Big Brothers Big Sisters. He loves the matches, but he also is always spreading Big Brothers Big Sisters in the community. He's always trying to recruit people for bigs and such things, and it's what made me want to nominate him. And so when I was telling him all of this, I think anybody who knows him, he responded in a very modest way, maybe a little embarrassed to have a spotlight on him, and a lot of shock. I told him, we chatted briefly about it, and then got right into work of just talking about the match and what him and Emily have been doing. And we were wrapping up the call. 20 minutes later, he's like, okay, I finally picked my jaw off the floor. I'm just so surprised still. And I think it goes in line with who he is. He's so modest. He's so laid back. So I think he was honored, of course, but just surprised.
I think one of the qualities of an engaged parent is someone who lets their child be themselves and knows their child very well, you know, whether it be the great parts of their child or the challenging parts of their child. And I think Dwight knows his children, his daughters, very, very well. What I love about the matches and what he's done is that he's let his children flourish in their matches just based on their personalities, based on their bigs. He has really given his bigs and his daughters just free reign to kind of make the match what they want it to be without him kind of hovering and saying, well, this is the goal that I have for my kids in this match. He says, no, I love my kids. I know my kids very well, and I will let them just kind of exist and be cared for and be mentored and be supported in all of their matches. And I think that is an admirable quality, because sometimes as parents, even I've only been a parent for 4 years, so sometimes you do kind of want to hover and make sure that the match is going well, and are you doing this, are you doing that, and you have goals and expectations. And Dwight's like, my kids are cool, the bigs are cool, I trust them, I trust my kid, and because of that level of trust, all of his daughter's matches are extremely great. And they have excelled, and all bigs have met their littles, Dwight's daughters, where they are.
I think what stands out the most about Dwight and Emily and Peggy and their match all together, and just to echo what Patti said, it all comes from a place of love. He is so happy that Emily has her own time and her own relationship and can flourish in that relationship. He wants her to experience new things. He wants her to explore the things that she's interested in, and Peggy helps facilitate that. She's an open ear, and Dwight appreciates it and loves it and values it, I think, just as much as Peggy and Emily do. And I think I was only lucky enough to know Peggy and Emily and Dwight in their match, but he still talks about the other matches in the same way. So I think, like Patti said, it just always comes from a place of love and embracing who his daughters are for who they are and what they love. And he's so happy that they all get this special relationship all to themselves.
Congratulations, Dwight. In the years that I did support, you were always one of my favorite parents. I always thought you should have gotten the Parent of the Year award, and I'm super excited that you're actually getting it now. You care deeply for your daughters, and you're a great father. You've been a great partner. You are an engaged parent, and I know that your daughter's bigs have said nothing but great things about you. Every time I did support calls, check-ins, all of those things. And I'm so excited that everybody in Big Brothers Big Sisters, I know that probably makes you cringe, gets to see how wonderful you are. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Dwight. I am so excited for you. It's so well-deserved. I remember when we first talked, you were like, I have been around this block. I know Big Brothers, Big Sisters. I know support. I know relationship specialists change. And I told you, I said, I will be there through Emily's graduation. I am excited to work with you guys. And we have had so many fun times or laughs. And you are so caring, so loving, and your girls are so lucky to have you. And I personally am happy that I got to know you and your family. And so congratulations, so well deserved.
Wow, thank you, Patti and Rachel. We are so pleased to have you share those special words about Dwight. Hello, everybody. I'm Kate Dopich, our Chief Program Officer, and so lucky to be with you all tonight. It's such a special evening to think about all of the special people that make up our organization, and we're so delighted to give you a little window into our experiences with them. Dwight, I joined Patti and Rachel in your fan club. I have delighted over the last 10 years of hearing so many amazing stories about how you show up for your daughters, their bigs, and our agency time and time again. We're so appreciative that you have trusted us to be a part of your parenting journey. We'd love to hear from you now. Tell us what it's felt like to be named Parent of the Year.
I guess Rachel put it best. I was a little overwhelmed. Definitely wasn't expecting it. Really, 2 months later, I'm still not sure what to think. I'm just trying to do the best I can on it and know that I was really meant to raise 5 girls on my own for the last 14 and a half years, but so far so good. But without you guys and without, let's see, Grace gave it a go for a year with Katie. Stephanie made it with Emily for 2 or 3 years. And then we had Peggy, Anne, who's now in Denver. She and Rebecca still, I know they exchange like birthday greetings and holiday greetings. And Lisa and Caroline I guarantee you will be friends for life. They still spend time together when Caroline comes home from school. So I think the village theme is awesome because that's what you guys help create is a village.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Dwight. Thank you so much for sharing your daughters and you with us. We are so pleased to be your partner. Tonight, I want to transition to our next award. Today, we have a first ever honor that we are going to have an award for our Alumni of the Year. Out of a year of trying so many new things, this has to be top on the list of things we've tried. Some of you may or may not know that we have a program that is there for our little brothers and little sisters after they graduate from high school. We're there to help them on their next path, their next journey from age 18 to age 25. And whether they choose to further their education, go into a job, or maybe even enlist in the military, our program of Big Futures is there for them as they venture on to those next steps. So tonight, we're going to honor one of our alumni that we've had the chance to work with through Big Futures. She joined us at our program by being matched with her big sister in 2009, Michelle, her big sister, Michelle. And we're so lucky that we've stayed in contact with her over the last 12 years. We're so thrilled that Ashley Powell-Brooks is our inaugural Alumni of the Year. We're going to hear from Ashley in her video. And then after that, we're going to hear from another colleague, Tashana Stansfield, our Senior Director of Big Futures, who has been the founding director of Big Futures from its inception in 2014. But now let's hear from Ashley.
When I first started off at the agency, I was definitely a little nervous, less talking. But now that I'm older, my relationship with the agency is completely different. Some of the members, like Elaine, Tashana, we're on a texting basis. There's no longer a need for emails anymore, which is great because sometimes I don't like checking them. But it's definitely changed. I feel that I've built a friendship with individuals within the agency, whereas when I was a child, I used to just only go or hear from the agency in regards to, how things were going with me and my big sister. Now is, hey, how you doing? How are things going? When I was overseas during the Peace Corps, a lot of messages, encouragement. So that was great, and it continues every day. It's not just a one-time thing. I feel like I've made lifelong friends at the agency, and that's irreplaceable for me, and that's something I never thought I would see myself having when I first started out with the agency. And more likely one of the reasons why I'm still there. The individuals at the agency, specifically Tashana and Elaine, are people that I can just come to if I need help with anything. I remember when I first started the process for joining the Peace Corps, Elaine was there to help me with the questions, the interview questions specifically. Sometimes I struggle, but having her there to help me and kind of guide me was something that I really needed, and she continues to do to this day. Along with Tashana, when I was in college, she was always there for any question I had in relations to college. So I can't wait to see what else we have in store in the future. I know it's going to be great. And I'm so grateful to this agency and everything that they've provided for me and that they continue to do for me. And I can't wait.
Oh, Ashley, and we cannot wait either. Trust me, we cannot wait for what the future holds for you. And believe me, baby girl, we are so excited. You are an amazing young lady, and you know how near and dear you are to big brothers, big sisters, including me. This is such an amazing award tonight. I know Kate shared with you all that Ashley is our inaugural Alumni of the Year award recipient, but Ashley is also an inaugural member of our Big Futures class of 2014, sorry. I remember when I first met you, Ashley, that was almost 7 years ago. I was just 1 month into my role as the inaugural Senior Director of Big Futures. And Ashley, you welcomed me with open arms. You welcomed me into your life because to you, you said to me that representation mattered. You allowed me to walk alongside you on that journey to starting at William Woods University, all the way to joining the Peace Corps and moving to Botswana for a bit to serve that community. It has truly been an honor to just walk alongside you. When I think about Ashley, I think about you. Words that come to mind are grit, resiliency, and leadership. You've definitely allowed me to be there for you in more ways than one. And that's why we are so proud of you and the great things that you are accomplishing and the great things that are definitely in store for you. You've always shown up for your Big Brothers, Big Sisters family, whether that's attending events for us or even talking to younger littles to talk more about what Big Futures is, what the future has in store for young people, as well as sharing your journey. And we know that you've definitely experienced some tragedy along the way, but the Big Brothers, Big Sisters family has been there for you. Your beautiful smile brings so much joy to us and so many other people. And we are just so proud of you and what's in store for you. Keep moving and keep pushing. Congratulations, Ashley, for being named the inaugural Alumni of the Year. I'm now going to pass it over to Kate.
Thanks, Tashana. Great job. And congratulations again, Ashley. We're so thrilled that you are starting a new legacy within Big Brothers, Big Sisters. So now I'd like to transition and we're going to celebrate our first match award of the evening. We're going to celebrate a little brother match who's matched with a big couple in our program. I'm going to share with you a few tidbits as we go tonight. Some of you may or may not be familiar with our Big Couples program. We're well known for our traditional matches of Big Brothers and Big Sisters, but we also have programs where married spouses can mentor together with a little brother. We also have a big family program where families mentor a little brother in our program. So we're thrilled tonight that we have another fantastic match to introduce you to. We are wanting to share with you a little bit more about our big couple match of the year, little brother Christian and bigs Colleen and Kashif. We're going to hear first from Christian. We have a video where Christian's going to share with us a little bit about his thoughts on why they're all such a good fit. And then we're going to get to hear straight from Colleen and Kashif. So without further ado, I'd love to share the video of Christian.
Well, my time with being with Miss Colleen and Mr. Kashif, it has been a really amazing experience. It felt like it was yesterday. I remember the exact day when me up from my house for the first time, and it's just like you can build. It's like kind of unbelievable that you can build a bond with someone within the amount of time that we had together, and it feels amazing. Colleen and Mr. Kashif are really caring and genuine people. I recently had a surgery right before my birthday. They brought me cars, balloons, and a bag of really good snacks on the front porch. My big Mr. Kashif and Mrs. Colleen are so much fun to be with because on our outings, we do things usually that I enjoy, like swimming. They show me that they want me to enjoy the time that we spent together. Without you, Mrs. Colleen and Mr. Kashif, I would not be willing to try new foods, new things, like these shows at the meeting. And having you guys in my life has been so amazing, and I love you guys.
Love you too.
Wow, that was an amazing opportunity to hear from Christian. I can only imagine what's going through your heads right now. We're so proud to welcome Colleen and Kashif to the virtual stage tonight. You two are both selfless examples of pouring 100% of yourselves into your match and to your little brother. We're so grateful that you're a part of our organization. We'd love to hear from you. What was it like to hear Christian on the video, and what's it been like over 5 years of a wonderful relationship?
Thank you so much, Kate. Christian is an amazing young man, and I fully expect that he will be an alumni of the year in a few years from now. But it was great to see him, and we had no idea what he was going to say. We've seen him go from being a little kid to a teenager now, and he never ceases to amaze us. And I think Kashif and I both agreed that the one thing that comes to me anyway about Christian and his future is entrepreneur. He is going to be his own boss. I don't see him working for anybody else.
For me, it's really touching. I have tears in my eyes from hearing what he had to say.
I bet.
But it's been, I think we have gained a lot more than people think that Biggs would get out of this. It has been a joy. With the support from our family, it's been just awesome. We have gotten to know him really well, and I think next time he's at our house, he'll actually stay awake for a little bit. He falls asleep. But it's a lot of fun seeing him grow. I think he was 9 when we started with him, and now he's a full getting teenager, and just the growth has been awesome. And I have learned quite a bit from him. I think I've learned more than he has. So it's been a really, really fun time.
Well, thank you both so much. Thanks for sharing tonight with us. Thanks for sharing those sentiments. It's clear why Christian has such an amazing time with both of you. We're so proud that you are such a great part of his life and a great part of our life. Thank you for choosing Big Brothers Big Sisters.
It's our pleasure, truly. Thank you.
Absolutely. This is an exciting year for us. January is National Mentoring Month, and we typically kick it off with an event like this. However, we have another change, and certainly the time of new things for us as an organization. National Mentoring Month has conventionally been known as our time to celebrate our mentors, as it well should. We should always celebrate our mentors. Colleen, Kashif, they're amazing. But we've missed the mark on some things. This year, we found the and. We're celebrating mentors and the mentees. Colleen and Kashif said it. They can't be a great mentor without a mentee. They know that they can't do their job until somebody else shows up. So tonight, we are celebrating the whole match. And we know that these relationships that are created through Big Brothers Big Sisters are partnerships. And we know every good relationship takes work. It takes work from all sides. So we're proud to be honoring all sides of that relationship tonight. So next, we're going to talk about a sisters match, big sister and little sister, Alicia and Michelle. I'm sorry, little sister Alicia and big sister Michelle. They are a power partnership, and we are just so thrilled to have watched their journey through Big Brothers Big Sisters. We're going to start by hearing from little sister Alicia, and then we're going to transition and hear a little bit from big sister Michelle and hear about their relationship through the eyes of both of them. So first, let's transition to a message from Alicia.
With Michelle, I feel very comfortable because I can be myself without being judged or, and that is special to me because I can talk to her whenever I need to. A personal message I would like Michelle to have is that she is very generous and she has been very helpful. And when I graduate high school, I know that the bond will still remain the same. When this pandemic is over, I hope to travel with her because I know she travel a lot and she have experience. I would like to say congratulations to Lee and Michelle, and I appreciate her a lot.
That was beautiful, Alicia. We're so proud of you and thank you for sharing that message. Michelle, welcome to the virtual stage. We're so thrilled to have you here tonight. You have been an active Big Sister for over 10 years, an advocate for Big Brothers Big Sisters in so many ways, and willing to partner with us way beyond being a Big Sister. We're so thrilled to have you as a part of our organization. Now I want to hear from you. What was it like to see Alicia on screen? And more importantly, what has it been like to be her big sister for the last 10 years?
It was awesome to see her on screen because I haven't seen this before. And just to see her growth, I started this match when she was 7 and she's 18. And to see her grow from this extremely shy, introverted child to a young woman, it makes me proud. I'm so excited to see what she's going to do in her life. We're looking at colleges. I'm helping her navigate that process. I'm excited about her transitioning to big futures. And she is absolutely right. I'm going to be there forever. I'm not going to let the match end when, after high school, I will continue to converse with her. And I think I want to echo what has been stated by Kashif and Colleen, that I've grown because of being a mentor to Alicia. I don't have children of my own, and you're not their parent, but then you're somewhat maternal and you're also a big sister. So she has taught me a lot throughout the year. Sure. And it's been a rewarding experience to be a big, and I'm so honored to have this recognition. I was so humbled and so surprised by this. So I'm grateful to Big Brother, Big Sister for what you've done for Alicia, but more importantly, what you've done for me.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Thanks for sharing that. And congratulations to both you and Alicia on so many years of friendship. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Our next award is going to be for our brothers match. Our Big Brothers matches hold a special place in our heart as our agency. They are our origin. It's how our agency and our federation got started over 100 years ago. It was when a program was founded to match little brothers and big brothers together. Over 100 years later, we're still doing that, and we can do it better as well. We are going to talk about a match of Jason and Joshua. Jason and Joshua are our longest active match today in our agency. They've been matched for over 12 years. That's no small win. I think what's particularly striking about our program is the simplicity of the concept of showing up for someone else. But I think it's always important to remember what's simple is not always easy. And they don't equal the same thing. For over 12 years, Jason and Joshua have shown up for each other, and they have made time for each other a priority. That's a very big deal. Let's now hear from little brother Joshua and hear about his kind of flashbacks to when he was a 5-year-old and met Jason for the first time. And then we'll transition to meeting Jason.
When I was little, when Jason used to drop me back off at home, He used to raise his hand up as high as he could, and I was about what, 4 feet underneath 5 feet. He raised it up as high as he could, and I had to jump to get it. When I was little, I know I probably was just barely touching his hand, and I got to progress, grow, and now I can probably stand on my tippy toes and touch his hand. In the future, Jason, I see myself playing college football and you still showing up to my games, hopefully, and then still battling out a 1v1 in basketball and playing horse, or just playing Madden on the weekends or something, bringing out competitive nature in each other. I want to say congratulations to Jason for the Little and Big Brother Match of the Year, and I really appreciate you for being there for me. Really being my first male figure.
Wow, that was great to hear from Joshua. Welcome, Jason, to the screen and the stage. We're so pleased to have you with us tonight. So much can happen over 12 years, and you have continued to make Joshua a priority in your life. Thank you for doing that. Like I said, what's simple is not always easy. You've had ups and downs, moves, marriages, children, lots of reasons to make an easy excuse to not have time to give time to somebody else. Thank you for always making sure that Joshua was a part of your life. We'd love to hear from you. How was it to hear Joshua? He did an amazing job. And what has it been like over 12 years? How have you made it possible? How have you kept that commitment?
Yeah, I mean, 12 years goes by fast. I mean, thinking back, when he was 5 years old, I remember first time picking him up. I didn't have kids. I was new to the area, so it was kind of just, we didn't know what to do. I think we went to Petco and just walked around Petco because I needed to get some dog food. Just trying to make conversation. And the first time, just trying to see what he was like. But then watching him grow over the years, and having the conversations, like you said, we, play some basketball one-on-one. We, play some video games. In the beginning, I'd always win. Now it's like, I struggle to even keep up with him. now if we play Madden or anything, he just dominates, and I'm lucky if I score, half. But, just watching him grow, it's been amazing. And, obviously couldn't have done it without his mom. She's been very involved and been there the whole way, and his whole family just feels like a second family to me, not being from the St. Louis area. When I moved here, that's when I joined Big Brothers Big Sisters. So I didn't really have a lot of relationships, and, meeting his mom and his family, it's just, a second family for me. And that's what, helps, make it last so long and keep it going.
Well, thank you so much. Like I said, no small win, but we're really thrilled to be able to celebrate both you and Joshua tonight. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to, thank Josh and his family, everybody just for, being amazing.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to all of our matches and to Dwight, our Parent of the Year. I'm going to now pass the mic back to Becky, and she is going to help us celebrate some more Big Brothers Big Sisters superstars. So, Becky.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. And listen, you've done a wonderful job tonight, shepherding us through this. But everyone, you should know the reason why Kate's so good at this. She's celebrating 20 years herself with Big Brothers and Big Sisters this month. So no surprise that you would just carry us beautifully through this. So, Kate, thank you very, very much. And to everyone that's been honored. Okay, so I've been sitting in what they call the green room, this virtual green room. So I've got tissue. I know that others haven't been able to do that on screen, but to all the bigs, these are the stories that get us up every morning. So thank you all very much. And again, to the parents and the littles, just amazing. So, we get to work with a lot of great people, all of you. We have an amazing staff, but we also have an amazing board of directors. And I'd love for you to hear from our chairman of the board.
Thank you for being a part of the 2021 Evening of Joy for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Eastern Missouri in this celebration of our National Mentoring Month honorees. I've been very pleased to participate in so many of these celebrations over the years, but this year is particularly special. Our organization has come through this difficult year in ways that affirm our love for each other. Our board is so proud of our team, the way our staff stepped in and took action on what's most important, being there for the needs of our children and families, and being there for each other. Our big brothers and big sisters and big families strengthened the bonds they have with our littles, and our littles themselves showed resilience and courage in meeting the challenges of 2020. It is the joy that comes from their dedication and commitment to relationships that we celebrate this evening. For those of you celebrating with us via Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, please keep sharing congratulations to all our honorees via chat. Thank you for being a part of the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Eastern Missouri Village, and congratulations to all of our honorees.
Well, welcome back yet again. We are so honored to be supported tonight by an amazing local company, Cigna, who has made it possible for us to have this evening. Some of our guests are receiving dinner from us tonight, making sure that we were able to bring you this program. So I want to really thank Cigna tonight for being there for all of us. And Chris said, and we've been saying tonight, that this is about a village. And Big Brothers and Big Sisters, it really is that. When all of us come together, that's what we've been doing and what we're celebrating tonight. And as John O'Leary said in the very beginning, that's where joy is. It's when we're together, and we will get back together in person. But this certainly is a wonderful way to start out 2021. So in this village, we have many partners that we need to say thank you to. We have community partners, we've got corporate partners, and we're just honored to be able to celebrate them tonight. So our community partner of the year is United Way of Greater St. Louis. We've been partners with them for over 106 years. They have been there for us every step of the way. And it is my honor to introduce Michelle Tucker, President and CEO of United Way of Greater St. Louis.
We've partnered with Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Eastern Missouri for nearly a century now. Wow, a century. It's been since 1922 that they've been a part of our United Way of Greater St. Louis network of agencies that make up the safety net for our region. Big Brothers and Big Sisters, they're such a key partner. They're focused on boosting outcomes across our community as far as youth and families are concerned. And one of the partnerships that I'm especially proud of is the partnership around ABC Today program. And that program helps to boost the outcomes, again, for youth K through 12, but in the areas of math and reading. This was an especially important program. I recall when Becky actually started the program, and I was not at United Way at the time, but certainly a part of the support group that helped to see the program and see this come to life in such a special way for the St. Louis community. I happened to sit as a funder at a major corporation before United Way, but I'll tell you that Becky was so excited, but I was equally excited because that program I knew was something special for St. Louis. And look at it today. The program is nationally recognized and nationally celebrated. And again, I remember when Becky said to me, I'm headed to DC to share this program as a template. It's a program that we all should get excited about, and to just know that St. Louis is helping to lead the way for collective impact efforts such as the ABC program. The other thing I get excited about is during a time like COVID, where we all were challenged to such extremes during such an unusual time for each of us, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, they were right there partnering to connect with the community in a broader sense and to make certain their clients were equipped with financial financial assistance that we were able to help them with through United Way, but they were able to work with their clients to ensure that their utilities were covered, that the lights stayed on, that the food stayed on the table. So they were able to help clients through a very desperate time. I know that they're known for mentoring and the bigs matched with littles. And I'll tell you that this being January, National Mentorship Month, I think that there's no better organization to celebrate. And I'm so happy that they've chosen United Way of Greater St. Louis as the Community Partner of the Year. And I'll tell you that the honor is certainly ours. It's ours to continue to partner. And like I said, for over a century with an agency like this that's making such a tremendous difference across the community. I couldn't be more proud to stand side by side with an agency like Big Brothers Big Sisters under Becky's leadership and that entire team over there. United Way just wants to say thank you, thank you, thank you for such a distinct honor. And I thank all of you who have joined today to not only recognize this time for each of us across the community, but to recognize Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and Becky, really. I think the honor goes to Becky and her leadership and everything that this organization continues to do for St. Louis. Thank you for having us, Becky, and thank you for everything.
Well, thank you, Michelle. And, you know, let's be clear, everyone. I mean, I am the CEO. That's the title. I work in the community. But this is not the Becky show. This is the Big Brothers Big Sisters Village. And tonight, everything that's happening tonight is because we have an amazing team working on this. The reason why you've got bigs that are staying 12 years is we've got amazing support staff. So this is the village, and we're all in this working together. And Michelle talked about ABC. And so for those of you that may not be familiar with our program, that stands for Attendance, Behavior, and Course Performance in Reading and Math. So we hope you reach out to us to learn a lot more about what's happening at Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And the extra supports that you're talking about, it was United Way that helped fund some of these extra supports that our families needed during this time, and we continue to need. So again, another big shout out to United Way for those 100 years of support. But you know, we've got another friend in this village, and it is our corporate partner of the year, Regions Bank. Now, we've had a relationship with Regions Bank for about 13 years. It actually started in Cape Girardeau, but in the last 4 or 5 years, it's moved up into St. Louis, and they have just been amazing for us and all of the things they're doing with our partnership with the University School District. So it is my honor to announce that our corporate partner of the year is Regions Bank.
At Regions Bank, we are so honored to be the corporate partner for Big Brothers Big Sisters this year. It has been so personally rewarding for me to have partnered beginning about 4 years ago with Becky Hatter and the superintendent of University City High School, Sharonica Hardin. We sponsor the ABC Today program for the 629 students at University City High School. And ABC really tracks attendance, behavior, and core competency in reading and math of these 629 students. And we have done some really creative things with the help of Mackenzie and Megan at Big Brothers Big Sisters. Creative things around doing little coupons to the students to encourage their attendance, also writing letters of encouragement. Regions Bank has sponsored the lunches with the principal. And also we've done some videos at the beginning of quarantine. My daughter and I did a TikTok video sent out to all the students talking about hang in there, stay focused, you know, keep your morale up, trying to help with morale, because we know so many students and all of us, it's hard in quarantine, staying focused and staying energized. So helping with that. And it has been a really great program, and we have the data that shows it really is working. It's been partnering with other community leaders around University City and together working to engage these students and help these students. So I just want to thank everyone at Big Brothers Big Sisters on behalf of everyone at Regions Bank, all 600 associates here at Regions Bank, for this award and all the work that you guys are doing on the ground, and so happy that we can help with all of that. So thank you and have a wonderful evening of joy.
So we are about to enter a period in this program that is just going to be joyful for sure, but a lot of fun. And so we start out this part of the program recognizing our board member of the year. And our board member of the year is Darryl Jones. And so, you know, it's kind of surprising to me that it's Darryl Jones, but he and I'll talk about that when he comes live on the screen. But Darryl is a good friend of the agency. He and I've been around long enough. When we started out together, neither one of us had silver hair, but that's what we're looking like these days. So, you know, Darryl, you know, when they told me you were board member of the year, it took me a little bit of time to figure out, no, what happened here? How is it possible? I mean, here we are, January, you're board member of the year. Didn't you just celebrate your 90th birthday? Did I get that right?
You know, Becky, that was a great picture. That was that pre-COVID look. But now you're looking dapper in that photo. But you actually look better. I'm liking that facial hair you've got. Yeah, that's that pre-COVID look right there. But thank you.
Well,
just, you know, go right ahead. Go right.
I want to just, just. With you, in all seriousness, let me tell you a little bit about Darryl. Darryl has been on the board of directors for over 12 years. He's been a big brother for that same period of time. He's been the vice chair. He's been the chair. He's been on the executive committee. No one brings more joy and more questions, really good questions, to the board than Darryl Jones. So Darryl, on behalf of everyone, super, super excited to really see you as our board member of the year. I'll give it to you.
Well, thank you, Becky. I mean, this is such an honor and a humbling experience for me. And I do want to give thanks to the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Eastern Missouri, and also the board of directors for Big Brothers, Big Sisters for this award. Again, it is truly humbling. And when you called me about this, I couldn't believe it. I was just floored that you would select me to be the board member of the year. Many board members have received this award. And now to be part of that group, that august group, is just an awe-inspiring for me. So again, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. This morning when you said 12 years, it's when you're having fun, time just flies by. So I've had so much fun of being on the board. But outside of that, it's not just me on the board. And I couldn't have been here accepting this award if it had not been for the awesome staff that you have in place. They make being on the board a really, really great time. And for those of you that are not on the board of directors or are not engaged with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, shame on you, because I'm having a great time doing it. So, hey, again, I am so happy to receive this award, to accept this award. And again, it's just it's just awesome. It's just awesome. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Darryl, so much. You're the best. And when we tease each other a little bit, that's just more love and joy coming your way, brother. So thank you again and congratulations. Really appreciate it. So, and you said the magic word, and that magic word is the staff of Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So tonight, we're going to end the evening with celebrating a staff member. So let me tell you why. So when we started tonight, it was really important to talk about our parents first. You know, they're on the front lines of doing this work. But the foundation of this work only gets done, this work gets carried out by about 70 staff members every single day that are waking up, thinking about our mission and trying to make sure that we're doing our very best. So certainly don't want to say we saved the best for last, because everybody is in the best category tonight. But we absolutely want you to know how important our staff is to everything we do. So Kate, I'll let you take it from here.
Thanks, Becky. You're right. It's been an evening of the best of the best. And so it is my humongous, ginormous honor to talk about who we get to honor next. We're going to bring on to video in a minute, Patti. Patti, this is her 10th year of serving the mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters. And she brings so much to our team. The level of investment that she brings for our families and our volunteers is only matched by what she brings, the level of investment that she brings for our staff and her colleagues and her team that she manages. She has a remarkable talent of seeing the good and the joy in all of us, and at the same time, holding the strength and the courage to tell us when we have to do better. Almost made it. Thank you, Patti. I think you will say it best, and everyone will quickly see why you are Pat Staff Member of the Year. Let's see Patti in action.
For me to be named the Staff Member of the Year I'm completely honored and humbled. When I do my job, when I come to work every day, I give it my best. I didn't think I would be awarded for giving my best at this time. This is a place that I care deeply about. My heart goes into the work that I do here. I care deeply for the community that we co-labor with. I care deeply for the relationship specialists that I manage. And I care deeply for our colleagues that I work with. So to know that people thought of me as Staff Member of the Year just brings my heart joy, because I really do this work from a place of joy, from a place of love, from a place of care, and from a place of excellence. I am a person that whenever I do commit to something, I do it to the best of my abilities, and I bring my full self into. So I'm very thankful that Big Brothers Big Sisters sees me for who I am and all that I bring to the table, and decided to give me an award this year for. And shout out to my little brother, Javante. I think that when I became matched with him, it gave me a different side to Big Brothers Big Sisters. I love him and all he brings. I care about our friendship that we have, and being a relationship specialist at the same time that I got matched with him really showed me a different perspective of Big Brothers Big Sisters, and how through a formal way we truly want kids to have adults in their life that see them for who they are, that meet them where they are, and celebrate all that they bring. And I realized that with Javante, my goal with him and being his big sister, and also with my husband, is just to really enhance his life and to give him support. When I was a previous relationship specialist, I always used to tell Biggs that all kids, no matter what race, socioeconomic background, no matter where they live in St. Louis or in St. Charles or Cape Girardeau, they all need support. Everybody needs more people. All children need more people in their village. all adults need more people in their village. Everybody needs support because we have different times in our lives where we need that extra. Sometimes our parents give all that they can, and we do need a coach or a teacher or someone that sees us from a different perspective that can help alongside our parents bring out the best in us. And I realize as a big sister, as a person, as a colleague, I realized that Big Brothers Big Sisters is not a place to supplement what parents are doing, but we are to complement the work that parents have already done with their children. Our goal is to just walk alongside kids and families and give them that extra boost. And I think that's why I love this place. That's why I love being a big sister. And that's why I found joy in the work that I do at Big Brothers Big Sisters. Over the past year, we have been doing a lot of work in being an anti-bias, anti-racist organization. Shout out to the staff of Color Collective. We really see that Big Brothers Big Sisters should be a place for all kids, and really should be a place where we are co-laboring with the community, and then we see Black and brown children for who they are, and the lived experiences that they have too. And we want to make sure that we continue to bring volunteers in that understand anti-bias and anti-racist work and want to collaborate with us in making sure that kids have healthy and enduring relationships.
You are so articulate, so beautiful, it's so compelling, and I'm deeply moved. Hopefully my microphone was not on the entire time, because I kept saying because your points are so valid and so strong, and your work is so valuable. So on behalf of the board and on behalf of everyone who's been blessed to serve with Big Brothers Big Sisters, I thank you for your work, and I celebrate you as a human being. Thank you for that. My friends, on the very front side of the program tonight, I told you that we would be celebrating one word. I told you to type in first, what's your year for last year? And then we're moving into 2021. So what's your word for this year? And the word that we are celebrating, lifting high tonight and moving forward toward together is joy. That's what tonight was really about, celebrating joy. And then there was a second word you probably heard quite a bit tonight: village. That's right. I mean, we heard about parents, we heard about littles, we heard about bigs, we heard about sponsors, we heard about partners, we heard about staff, we heard about board members, Darryl, we heard about Becky and CEOs and presidents, but we heard about all that collected together under the banner, under the flag, village. I've been honored to be part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters Eastern Missouri Village now for more than a decade. My first match was with a little boy. As I told you earlier, I met him when he was 8 years old. His name was Travion. I wasn't sure what to expect. And as a little boy myself who got burned, and that was at age 9, I needed bigs to show up in my life. And I always knew if I got through that time, I would want to give back. I'd want to make a difference. I thought I was serving for him. But as Travi and I became not just matched, but truly brothers, we connected at a much deeper level. And I realized that he was becoming my big, that I was growing closer to this little young man and looking up to this young man. Where these villages collided then was 15 years after we first met, when I was able to take my wife and 2 of our kids and my parents, everybody in my family, to meet his family, to meet his mother, to meet his brothers, and to sit there and wait to eventually meet his future wife walk down the aisle. This collection of families that in St. Louis may not see one another and may not get to truly know one another, but through the goodness and through the work and through the impact of Big Brothers Big Sisters, we do. And now what was formerly 2 is now 1. It's one village. If you'd like to become part of this village, there's room for people like you in this village. There's room for you. So I want you to learn more. We're having links on the screen right now, but you can join me. You can join our efforts at Big Brothers Big Sisters, Eastern Missouri. I think the link is BBBSEMO.org. You can learn how you can become active in the organization. You can learn how you can become generous financially with the organization. You can learn a lot more about what we're doing here at the village. My friends, how do you change the world? Because it needs changing. How do you change the world? The good news is you do it one relationship at a time, and there's no one who does it better than Big Brothers Big Sisters. I want to thank you for being part of our evening of joy, and I want to thank you for celebrating the truth that the headwind is real, but the foundation is firm, and the best days are in front of us. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Have a great rest of your evening.